from the earth.
Mother Nature,
Thrive,
coming to you live.
Q Drive Production.
Holiday 2050, environmental smart. Listen carefully.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is delightful to see us all at the Thrive Enviro Audit Presentation afternoon, where 5 of you schools who've done so well in your Enviro Audit are here to share your story about how well your school is doing with your Eco Vision. So you've been working hard with your Eco Heroes curriculum, and which one of the major parts is to actually look at your school and go and check each of the different pillars of sustainability: the waste pillar, the food pillar, the water pillar, the energy pillar, and the biodiversity pillar. So Thrive has given you a list of things to check so that you can really gauge how well you're doing and make changes. So you've done this, so well done, and you 5 schools have actually come up tops, and today we're going to evaluate your presentations, and then of course we're going to add up the marks, and then at the Enviro quiz, which is in September, where the top 3 schools, after your scores have been added up to 100, will then win the prize to go for the weekend away to the Cape Leopard Trust in the Cedarburg. So, and then of course the winning school will get this beautiful trophy that's standing here, that you can see, to have in your school for the year. So good luck, and let's go.
Person starts speaking, we're just going to hit the space bar to move on to the next picture. Okay, alright, I hope that especially the learners can see this. That's what is really important. There just are a few photos of our school. Right, so there you go.
Hello, my name is Jordan. I am a learner at Eco Primary School, where we support Thrive's first pillar of sustainability, food. We do this by growing a kitchen garden. We want to grow more in our garden. We want to grow local so that we can save money and planet. Buying food that comes from far away is bad because of the pollution that the food transport creates. Remember that growing your own food is like printing your own money. Thank you and healthy environment day.
Hi everybody, my name is Kai. I am a learner at Eco Primary School, where we support Thrive's second pillar of sustainability, water. We do this by recycling as much water at school as we can. All the water that we use is filtered by our water farm and we use to water the school gardens in 5 hydrants. We also collect rainwater, which is also used in the same way. Remember that water is right at the force of all nature. Thank you and happy World Environment Day.
Good afternoon, my name is Sia. I am a learner at Eco Primary School, where we support those tribes that below of sustainability energy. We do this by saving energy and using solar panels. The lights at school only come on when it is dark. We use LED lights and power saving light tabs and roads. Our lighting is green as possible. Remember to save power and carry on. Thank you. Happy World Environment.
Hi everyone, my name is Eco Presintation. I am a learner at Eco Primary School, where we support Thrive's first and 4th pillar of sustainability, food and waste. We do this by keeping a worm farm. Worms live in the worm farm and eat the kitchen waste and newspapers that we feed them. The worms give us worm tea that helps plants grow well. Plants love worm tea. Remember to keep calm and compost on. Thank you. Happy World Environment Day.
Hello everyone, my name is Nahutel. I am a learner at Eco Primary School, where we support Thrive's first and 4th pillar of sustainability, food and waste. We do this by using a compost heap. Waste from the organic beans and
from the kitchen is added to the compost heap. At the compost heap, green waste breaks down and its valuable plant foods are released. The compost heap makes compost for the vegetable garden. Remember that recycling things is turning things into other things and that this is like magic. Thank you. Happy World Environment Day.
Hi there, my name is John K. I am a learner at Dyson Primary School where we support Thrive's fourth pillar of sustainability. Waste. We do this by recycling kitchen waste. All of the raw vegetable and fruit kitchen waste is sent to the compost heap and work farm to be turned into valuable compost. Remember to turn spoils into soil by recycling organic waste. Thank you. Happy World Environment Day.
Hello, my name is Isaac Primary School. Please include fourth pillar of sustainability waste. We do that by managing waste responsibility. We have 30 types of waste at school. Recycling, burn mechanical, burn air, mechanical. Such petals and forestry or CO2 compound. Thus cannot be recycled. Food industry. These glass and excess organic. Thus goes to the compost heap and landform. Clean purpose cardboard, cans, glass and plastic. Gets into the depot of recycling. Thank you very much. Very nice.
Hello, my name is Samir Dean. I am a learner at the primary school where we support Thrive's for sustainability and biodiversity. We do this by growing as many indigenous plants in our garden as possible. These plants are plants from South Africa. These plants are added to the environment. We have a paintbrush garden to remember that biodiversity is our life and that all things are connected. Thank you and have a happy World Environment Day.
Greetings, my name is Chloe. I am a learner at Dyson Primary School where we support Thrive's fourth pillar of sustainable biodiversity. We do this all allowing kids to control their population instead of using poison as much as possible. We plant plants at bats and birds eye. Many birds at time. Many birds visit Isaac. We have squirrels and moles that love the pasture. Remember the biodiversity is the world, so don't with nature protesting. Thank you for being with.
Good afternoon, my name is Ryan. I am a learner at Dyson Primary School where we support Thrive. We do this by participating in Thrive events such as the Enviro Audit, Enviro Quiz, and Art competitions. We also have an Eco Club we meet every week. We love Thrive and we love it so much. We will sing Thrive as our love. We are into eco, not ego. Thank you. Happy World Environment Day.
Yeah.
Cool. Get extra points for that.
Towards a greener school. Nadanda Primary is trying to achieve greater sustainability and make our school greener. We will tell you a bit of what we are currently doing and a few of our future plans. Eco Club. We have our first ever Eco Club. We meet on Fridays after school. We are the eco heroes of the school. We make sure everyone uses the correct bins, that lights are switched off, and no taps are left on. planned for this year. We are going to replant our vegetable garden and make it bigger. Our ground staff did a big cleanup of bushes around the school, and we now have lots more space to make gardens. We will continue to care for our worm farm and learn about composting. We are planning lots of recycled art projects for our outdoor classrooms, and we will be creating a vertical herb garden on a bare wall at the entrance of our school. Electricity. We have started replacing the outdoor lights with motion sensor lights, so that they don't get left on by mistake in the day. We have become very aware of our lights being left on unnecessarily in classrooms or in the staff room. The new classrooms and buildings have skylights in the roof so that we don't need fans or air conditioning. We are investigating solar energy and at the moment, and it is definitely part of our future plans. Water. We have succulents and natural water-wise famous plants in the garden to save water. Our irrigation system is on a timer to water the garden at 5 a.m. so as to stop evaporation. And sometimes we even turn it off in the winter. Our new toilet block has dual flush toilets. Coke bottles have been put in the ground next to the trees to make watering easier and more efficient. Gardening. We have removed all our gum trees and replaced them with indigenous or fruit-bearing trees. As mentioned before, we have many water-wise plants. We have compost bins and a worm farm to make our own compost. The great old bunnies and guinea pigs also help with the compost. The vegetable and herb gardens will be looked after by the Eco Club. When we did our renovations, we preserved a precious old milkwood tree outside the office by building a deck around it, so we don't lose valuable oxygen. Recycling. We have 3 new bin stations, 3 bins each, landfill, recycling and compost. The beautiful labels were created by the Eco Club. We will eventually have 7 bin stations. We use a lot of recycled materials in our art and tech classes. And each bin has a paper, compost and landfill bin. There is a great awareness of reduce, reuse and recycle in the school. Also among the cleaning staff. We give lots of feedback and reminders during assembly to recycle. Paper. The paper bins next to the printers, there are paper bins next to the printers, and all the teachers have a square paper basket in their classroom, so children won't waste paper. The online school communicator was used to reduce the amount of printed notices we sent out, and messages are SMS and newsletters are emailed. Real life for kids. We play a fantastic game in grade 5 and 7 called Real Life for Kids. We designed our own greenhouses. We went on an outing to a very sustainable house and then designed and built our own houses, adding solar panels and water tanks. We run our own green businesses such as the recycle depot, the recycled jewelry, and the community garden. And we have an energy farm. Future plans. A big plus for us is that we now have a sustainability sub-community on our board of governors, so we can move forward with our plans. We plan to carry on with changing all our light bulbs to be energy efficient ones. And all be motion sensors. We will become more paper light over the next couple of years, as we are going to be introducing tablets into the classrooms. So the teachers will be sharing information with us online instead of printing out worksheets. We will educate more children to bring snacks in reusable containers instead of tinfoil and cling wrap. We will be installing water tanks shortly to collect rainwater. We're currently investigating solar panels and installing grey water systems to the new toilet block.
Latino Primary is trying to make a difference. Why don't you?
Afternoon, we have got a new teacher. Mr. Alvarez is a Hindi man. From we have started grade 8, 9, and 10. New learners have joined our club and we have grown very bigger.
We still have only one rainwater tank. We saved our lives at the beginning of the new year. There was no water at school and we used the water tank to water the garden. We are applying to the Department of Agriculture to install 2 more water tanks. This will help to save quite a lot of water.
Electricity. We don't use electricity, but we have a cell phone network. We have cell phone network using it at the back, so they pay us a lot of money to use it. We plan to have reminder stickers on the doors of each class in the school, reminding to switch off the lights at the end of the day or during a lesson when the classroom is not being used. Waste. Recycling people collects every second week our bunch, and this week we only have 5 bunch going to the landfill. We're proud to say we sent 5 bunch to the landfill that week. Our own and compost heap use the organic waste. In fact, we even sold some worms.
Garden. Since last year, we have helped in a few gardens. Food and trees are for African national competition in housing kept second place. National school nutrition programs provide our winners.
Cool.
As you can see, our books there, it's our new garden as the new starters of the school. This is where we now busy at. First of all, this is the new place where we beginning. There we said we beginning with more nutrition for the plants, and as we move on, we got more space on the side of the school that each school belong to free.
We now garden of the grade 9 at the back, but we separated that from the grade 12. Now we are at the back and we added a plan of the space down here. And so we get by the waste depot some plates and made us another pit, and we used lots of recycling now, and we have painted and decorated, and that's what we do. Future vision is this garden. We had shot a new garden to police station. They give us a land to put some rice, lettuce and organic food. And we, like in that, we take from the seas, seaweed, and we make a nice layer and get from the there where we get them out, and we make the layer and we use as well.
Nice this space, we have a new piece of land. Thank you, Tribe, the Out by Eco Heroes.
Before, guys, afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
Before the video starts, I would like to thank Bronwyn for making all of this happen, and without Bronwyn we wouldn't really have a school garden and run the green camp. And also, if Sam was here, I would also like to thank Sam and also Trish and also our facilitator, Ms. Lenny.
And we'll do the video first.
So as you can see, the place was very arid and dry. So with the formation of and the process of making sheet mulching, we started to grow our garden in that space, in that area. So we started growing our vegetable garden last year, and it was successful through Sam and us.
I joined Green Club because I love nature, I love taking care of the natural environment, and the only way for me to embrace the natural environment is coming to Green Club and seeing all these beautiful plants.
Tell me a little bit about the restoration.
We took some cardboard and wires around the school, so we put it around the compost around here.
I can see your compost looking very good. So, the quality of it, how is it?
It's very good. It's very good so that our plants will grow big and healthy.
So I can see so many ingredients like carrots and food waste and cosmetics. So where did you get all of it?
The host mama was getting from the host right in Stena, there by the shop garage. So, and some from the food store to where they put the kitchen around.
So you went with the kitchen school. Oh, that's good.
Plants organic, and why did you say they are organic?
Yes, the plants are organic because we use permaculture, and with that we have another way of keeping the pests away, which we got from Mysterious. So basically we mix ginger and chili, and then we boil it, and then we just spray it on the spinach or the plants, and then it actually did good.
Why do we need to recycle? Basically, as you all know that paper comes from trees. So, and if you cut more trees, that means that there will be a deforestation. And the more we recycle, means that we have more trees. So we can manufacture like different things like tables and stuff. So, and also money. That's what everything is all about money. So the more we recycle, the less we spend. So yeah.
How can you tell the wall? Release that message that recycling is important.
Basically, it's through education, of course, and like we can go like if you can have like those dedicated people who can teach learners from schools and send right the message right throughout the schools. But it starts from small children. Because you can't teach an adult to do something while they are all mature mind. So this side, as you can see from there's like paper. So from here to there, coming down recycling things and then that side and that side.
So from this point here, the tea will go from this, and then we make sure that we collect it at break times and to ensure that it doesn't overflow. So this is where we often take it, and then we just mix it and put it in the plate. But we have to ensure it so that it doesn't overflow.
As you can see, I'm in charge of the decoration stuff, program and art stuff. So, in our school, most of the kids they like to waste electricity. They use it when they're supposed to.
Tell me, how do you conserve
had a proposal about having a rain tank, but we still haven't got a budget yet, but we're still working on maybe getting donations about having a rain tank.
So through commitment and perseverance, we've also told the learners around the school to be aware, because some don't even know what is tribe is. They don't even know that we're living in this beautiful environment around us. So we've tried keeping the students aware, doing public speeches, assemblies, and telling the students about why we have to save the world in general. Waste. Our school does everything in our best to save and waste, and with that we've had the grades have been doing projects such as making beans, recyclable beans, through recyclable measures, as you can see, and they've also enjoyed it because it's part of it. Through education we can do everything. The waste. Anyways, our schools we've got around 10 beans that have been donated to us, and then will be coming out I think on Monday. So we've got 10 beans and we've got 5 black beans with release that are being donated to us, and we'll be receiving them on Monday. Food garden. Food garden, we have the garden. We've got 12 beds so far, and we're still planning to have a food waste whereby students can also participate, and the community members can also participate. Garden. Water and energy. As we said through the video, that we also got future plans for the water, because so far we don't have rain tanks. So we put awareness that we need donations for the rain tanks, and as you can see, this is our mentor, Zipa. He keeps track of all the students who within the water and make sure that we close it. Energy. We've designed posters through Violet. We've designed posters whereby we make the students aware and also the teachers aware about switching off lights and saving electricity. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you.
Hello. My name is Georgia.
I'm Danielle. I'm Max.
I'm Lauren. Today we're going to do a little presentation to you.
Criminal Primary, Environmental Philosophy and Sustainability Practices.
Criminal learners, staff and families work and live in harmony with each other and our natural environment.
We seek to tread lightly on the earth by creating an environment of respect for nature, by encouraging awareness and understanding of the importance of personal and environmental health, and by putting in place sustainable practices that best conserve and enhance life.
Our practices focus on 5 pillars of sustainability: growing food locally, creating beautiful indigenous water-wise gardens, wise waste management, sustainable water management practices, best energy management practices.
We take care of ourselves and nature. We encourage healthy eating, we do lots of sport, we play in nature, and we respect ourselves, each other, and all creatures and plants around us.
Growing food locally. This is Mark. He is our school's food grower. Mark harvests and sells or donates vegetables to Criminal families.
But he does much more. He adds to and looks after our fruit and nut orchards. Our trees are still young, the oldest being 5 years old, but one day our learners will be able to eat fruit straight off the trees. He is involved with Enviro Club and with other garden projects, and he also shows us how to care for our gardens. Some
children now grow food at their own homes.
Creating beautiful indigenous water-wise gardens. This is Diane and George. Diane has designed and worked on our beautiful water-wise and indigenous gardens for the past 8 years, and George works hard to maintain them.
Biodiversity at our school. Our gardens attract frogs, bees, and other insects. Birds, lizards, and even snakes. These animals are good for our gardens.
Playing nature. Last year we built a playing nature park. Look how lovely it looks now.
Wise waste management. This is Miss Birch. She insists on wise waste management.
Yes.
She says in nature there's no waste, only resources.
We all help. The people helping to wisely manage our waste are our ground staff, teachers, and learners.
In our classrooms and on the grounds, we have a 3-bin system.
We compost all our food, garden waste and tissues. We have worm baths, bins, composters.
We recycle all our clean and dry plastics, paper, metal, and glass.
We try to only discard that which cannot be reused or recycled or composted to landfill.
Sustainable water management practices. We collect rainwater and mountain runoff in these tanks to water our fields. In our toilets, we have multi-flush systems. You only use enough to clean the bowl. We turn off our taps.
Best energy management practices. We turn off lights and computers when we are not at school.
Crinoda learners participate in environmental projects and clubs. EnviroClub, Thrive Eco Hero Program, Planet Warriors Workshop, Thrive Sentinel Eco Quiz and Art Competition, Thrive Schools Audit, Valley Nursery Organic Market, Environmental Cleanups, Green Fair, and Valley Nursery's Thrive Seed Planting.
EnviroClub. Some of the Crinoda learners care deeply about our environment and love to get involved in EnviroClub activities. Our school has Junior EnviroClub, grade 1 to 2. And Senior EnviroClub, grade 3 to 7.
Thrive Eco Heroes. EnviroClub follows the Eco Heroes syllabus.
Thrive Sentinel Enviro Quiz and Art Competition. We came second in our categories in the art and quiz sections of the competition last year. We learnt about saving our precious oceans. This year, we plan on coming first.
Thrive Sentinel Art Competition. Last year, we made art from waste and collected at the beach. This year, we are working on our litter bug art.
Environmental cleanups. Crinoda is adopting the section of the Babians River adjacent to the school. This was our first cleanup. There was a lot of alien vegetation in this river. We would like to have a hack soon.
Planet Warriors. EnviroChild hosts Planet Warriors workshops at Crinoda. Children from other schools join in to have fun learning about the environment, planting, growing, creating trash from treasure and outfits from recycled fabrics and materials. Some of our
Workshops. This is Rachel. She is teaching us to think carefully where our clothes come from. She is also teaching us to make new clothes from recycled fabric.
Green Fair. EnviroChild hosts the annual October Green Fair at Crinoda. The greenest practices and products are showcased using the renewable energy and demonstrating zero waste. Learners from all half-day primary schools may show their own green designs or participate in the eco-fashion or in the talent contest. Learners are able to sell their own homemade products and homegrown fruit and vegetables.
Last year, we entered the Thrive annual audit. We did very well and got to go to the Sea Road with the Cape Leopard Trust. We hope to go again this year. We didn't actually see a leopard, but we saw a lot of other good stuff.
How do we do so? Teamwork. Our headmaster, Miss Limondale, encourages all staff, families, and learners to follow in Barrack Club's example. Here he's having Kilby snack with tomatoes in our garden.
Our grounds manager, Mr. Creed, explores and finds new ways to keep us, our grounds, and our buildings safe and healthy. He organized a special bin for used fluorescent lights so that they do not contaminate the environment. He's working on health and safety plans for the school at the moment to keep us all safe.
We have parents and teachers who help each other and the children to act with sustainability in mind, and we work with outside organizations such as Thrive and Planet Warriors to help us focus our efforts. This is Dee and Antonia. They help to create the Thrive series and facilitate our eco-heroes.
So as you can see, Crindle is working very hard at looking after our precious environment.
Thank you for watching, listening, and caring about us and our environment.
Great presentation. Lovely way to end off. So, wow, now the judges, they're talking, or the auditors. Don't look at them, they're busy chatting about how to what scores. And so just while they get ready to come up and present, and then once they've just given their feedback and we've handed out, we've got a couple of things, in fact some beautiful posters. In fact, Mark, won't you just, that whole wad of posters at the back.
So I have the pleasure of visiting which schools? Dyser Primary and Cronendale, that's right. So I visited Cronendale and Dyser. It's very interesting to see. Dyser was the first year we're doing it, and it's an incredibly well-run school.
Yeah.
But there's still a few things that they can do. They've got some great systems in place. Grey water systems, solar-powered water system, catching all the rainwater, all that kind of stuff. They've got a 3-bin system as well, but it's not being used very well at the moment. There's not so much education around the kids. So there's a small eco club, but there needs to be more. More kids need to be in the eco club, and more of the kids need to engage in that bin system to make sure you use it properly. You've got a nice food garden. It's starting, but again, how many of the kids are actually getting involved? And you've got a new compost heap, yeah? So you've got a worm farm as well. It's coming, it's coming. So you've got to prove to yourself, to us, during this year, what you can do with all those new things. Okay. But very good start, okay? Good score. That's a starting point. Cronendale, you know, you guys have been a few years now, you've been in this space, and I'm seeing improvements every year. The bins are better this year, and you've got your classroom, your bins in your classrooms, which is very good as well. Water's better this year, still more you can do. So around the pool, you could do more in that space. You need to try and watch your water. Your water bill is still very high. Okay? So, but generally I thought better. Less in the way of waste around the place as well. Lights were off much more often, which was very good. The bins are much better signed this year, but we can still do with more posters and things. So yeah, I was very impressed anyway. So you've got a good mark. We'll talk about the marks afterwards. Still a few things you can do. So we've got no LEDs and things outside. Didn't really see any LED spots or anything. Still got the old ones. A few LED spots at Dyson, which is very good. Can still do more on that space, but good. Okay, so you made improvements. I'm very pleased to see. Okay, I'm going to hand over.
Okay, so I did Alpha I. We were really impressed with the garden and with the fact that the school was actually really clean and neat. However, we found some litter in your garden, which I think can be improved obviously. Another issue we might have is just that maybe you can have separate bins within the classrooms to make it easier at the end so that you have your waste separated completely instead of having to separate it afterwards. But other than that, we were impressed with the fact that the lights were switched off in classrooms, that we wouldn't use no heating taps, and the overall area was really nice. So we were impressed.
I had Landadler and Silicamba. Landadler, your garden's lovely, everything is lovely. I just want more posters.
We made them today.
I was on you on that. Also, and we spoke about this, color coding the bins, but I like the bin system, it's in and out. Everything is very clean. I really have few complaints. I'm very impressed with your upcoming rainwater system and your solar, so I look forward. Srikamba, your garden producing compost is just fantastic. It's really gorgeous. However, in between your gardens, we found quite a bit of litter. Now we know you're going to move soon, so we took it into account, but that doesn't give you any reason to slip up there. Litter in general was A, but we were quite impressed on the reviews. So, right.
Okay. So do you have any questions for the auditors? Any questions for the auditors? We came around looking at you. Is there an opportunity to actually ask us questions? Right? You can always ask us another time as well. Okay, so I'm going to give you the points so far. Okay. Now bear in mind there's still another 15 points to play. Okay, but here are the points so far.
What 15 are still?
That's for the 10 for the quiz and 5 for the art. So, unfortunately Sentinel aren't here, so they wouldn't have got any points for any presentation or anything, so they're on 34. That's 6th position. 5th position, Silicamba with 48.
When you get come and get your present, your set of posters, and I'll do it now. Yay, well done.
And if anybody wants to talk through any of the scores, you're welcome to come and talk to us. Okay, we'll tell you about why we scored you, for the different areas. In 4th position on 51 is Dyser Primary.
Well done.
Well done, guys.
Well done. Let's shake hands. Posters for you and some CDs.
Now remember, you've got another potential 15 points, okay, at the quiz and in the art competition as well. In 3rd place with 59.5 is Landudno. Guys. In 2nd place with 63 is Cronenberg. But in 1st place at the moment is Outbay Hart. 64.5. Okay. So the difference between the top 5 is 48 to 64.5. Okay. So there's still a lot to play for. So the second at 63, 3rd is 59. So there's still the opportunity in the Enviro quiz and the art, okay, to make a difference.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are the primary school and the high school children the same? Are they separate in the Enviro
There's 2
quiz?
separate schools, and so you get exactly the same treatment.
But I'm saying in terms of level, the high school a high school level quiz and the primary school a primary school level quiz? Okay, so it's not this. No, not equal.
Okay, so there's still a good opportunity for all of you to do very well in the quiz. Those that do well in the quiz are going to secure their place at the Leopard Trust weekend.
Yes.
And it's the top 3 that go through, okay, to the Leopard Trust. So do well in the quiz, and you can be there. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you very much for hosting us at your schools. It's very, very kind, spending the time. I hope the information that we've given to you has been very useful as well. It's certainly been fabulous to see the growth year on year of the schools that we have with as well. And the energy from the pupils, from you guys. Yeah? So as you start to understand what all this green stuff is all about and why we're doing it and all the rest of it. Okay, so thank you very much.
My last words are to our auditors who've given a lot of their time and effort and energy. So let's give them a huge round of applause for their... Andy, it's been really wonderful having you again and your insightful input. And you're going to be given a report by each of our auditors for you to take home. So make sure that you connect with your auditor, that you audited your school, and they'll give you your sheet. So Andy, here's a copy of our latest song. Yes. And Nabila, thank you so much for coming all the way. And Sabina, well, guys, that was just amazing. Thank you. I've so enjoyed this afternoon and seen your progress. And now let's eat and be merry. Let's see you at the quiz.
Yeah, we need nature. Come on, let's live to see a clean environment. Stay positive and stay smart. A clean environment is a clean lifestyle, and a clean lifestyle is a brighter future. So let's show the world we recycle.
Stamp your feet, nature beneath. Nature beneath. Nature beneath. Nature beneath.
So let's show the world we recycle. We recycle. We recycle.
Nature beneath. Nature beneath. Nature beneath.